Hi everyone, I hope you're doing great today. Okay, so obviously I've been very absent, especially on YouTube, but not so absent on Instagram and Twitter because um, I've been making periodic posts on those platforms all along. And you must have noticed that most of the posts that I made in recent times came with some type of hashtag that says the rain is coming. And I know most of you have reached out to say, Brother Joe, what are you talking about? What rain is coming? And some even gave it their own interpretation. Well, the rain that is coming is the rain of surprise. And the surprise is that of my new feature length, big budget movie. Yeah, I have never revealed the title of that movie until my last post, in which I was getting married in the movie. Funny enough, some people actually thought that that is my real traditional marriage picture and started congratulating me. I was surprised when I saw that because the title of the movie is actually there on the picture, but it's okay. Thank you all the same. Don't worry, the real marriage ceremony is coming, and when it does come, I am going to carry you guys along. But this one is my marriage in a movie. And to be honest, it's not because it's my movie. And that marriage ceremony looked so real. A lot of people didn't believe it was happening in a movie. And I am very proud of the team and what we were able to do with that particular scene, the kind of effort that went into it, and everything, just like we've done with almost every scene in the movie. It's one of the most expensive films ever made in Nigeria, and hands down, arguably, the most expensive movie that I have ever made in my entire life. Like, I know that in Hollywood, if you dole out over 100 million naira, it will still be a no budget movie. Say 120, 130, 140, even 150 million naira is a no budget movie. But to spend over 100 million, like several tens of millions above 100 million naira, in Nigeria, by our standard, is actually a big budget movie. And this is what I just went through. And if someone told me that I would be the one talking about spending this kind of money on a movie, like even weeks before it happened, I would have told the person, you're a liar. And so if you ask me how did it happen, I would just say miracle. Just miracle, period. It's no other way I can say it other than miracle. It's been God all the way from beginning to the end. The fear, the doubt, and all kind of stuff that came, that, oh, Joe, you're not going to be able to do this, forget it. Like, it happens all the time when I want to undertake a big project. Always like, you're not going to be able to do it. But in the end, God always proves himself mighty, and he did it with this movie. And even beyond the cost of the movie, of making the movie, the most unforgettable experience has been the attacks that we had trying to make this movie. The only way to explain to you what I went through trying to make this movie is to refer you to Kemi Adetiba's the Making of the King. At some point, I became even more grateful to God that he made me see that Making of the King on Netflix before embarking on my own journey to making my film. That became my support system. I immediately began to relate to everything that Kemi went through, even when she ended up in the hospital and was fighting for her life, even when she said that she was fighting with demons. I can tell you hands down I went through all that spot. I went through the place where I should have been in the hospital. I went through the place where I should have fainted and become incapacitated. I went through that season several times, several stops in the process. So many times I couldn't feel my own feet on the ground. So many times I ordered for massages at about 2:30 a.m. in the morning because I couldn't feel parts of my body responsive anymore. So many times I had like 3 different massage sessions in one day just to straighten some of my nerves because they were freezing. Like, I don't think this is the time to tell the story. I think maybe I'll wait till we get to the very end. Then I can tell the story of what I went through. The devil came to war. My goodness, I could not have been able to fight. When you hear that you're fighting with demons, that's exactly what happened filming this project. It was hell. We literally had to go through hell to come to the heaven that I believe you're going to witness when you watch this movie. It has taken so many years to get here. And I knew I needed God to get through this. And He came through for me, for us. And I just want to thank all of you who prayed for us, who prayed for me, who kept me in your prayers, even when you didn't know what I was up to, what I was doing. It's a movie that was inspired by heaven. And that's why when people told me that the budget was too much, that I couldn't do it, I just trusted Him. I said, if you're the one who said we should do this film because you want to use this to impact my generation, then go ahead and make the resources available. And He did just that, beyond my wildest imagination. Everybody who heard what we did and what we spent, they almost always want to like pass out, like, how did you do this? I don't know. It's the best answer I can ever give anybody. I don't know. That's what happens when miracle happens. You can never tell exactly how a miracle happened. It just happens. And this is one big miracle that has happened. And maybe when the movie comes out and you see it, you will understand why I say it's a miracle. I am going to, at a later date, give us blow-by-blow details of what happened while I was filming this. And I'm saying this not to scare anybody who wants to get involved in some type of big budget movie or whatever it is, but just to prepare you, to make you understand that this terrain is a different terrain, man. Especially if you have something that is transformational in nature. You gotta be prepared to war, and you need to understand that the battle is not yours, it's God's. So you need to yield to Him. My goodness, it was not easy. But again, here we are. To God be the glory. Love you with all my heart, and I can't wait to start doing those things that I know how to do best, telling you the truth about the stuff going on in our world, which we have put on pause for some time now. Russia, Ukraine, Nigerian politics, spirituality, spiritual upliftment, and knowledge and wisdom. All those things that you know me for. I want to get back on track and start from where we left off, as we continue to trust God for a perfect finishing on this project. Love you with all my heart, and keep your fingers crossed because it's coming. Bye-bye.